Hey everyone, welcome to Thoroughbred Action. I'm Acacia Courtney. We're all looking forward to this weekend with the Fasig-Tipton Holy Bowl and a great day on Saturday. But hey, we have 11 races on this Thursday card. Let's head up for those track and weather conditions.
Thursday's card has 11 races in total with overcast skies, a fast main track, a firm turf course, and a serious carryover, more than 900,000 in the Rainbow Six. First of the day over the turf at 1 mile, claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. A field of 9, off-time favorite was number 5, Cocktail Skirt.
Racing at Gulfstream. Check to last after the start was Princess Zoe. Good start for Dixie Princess, who goes looking for the early lead. At the inside in Classic Act, far outside Patty's Class, widest of all is Motherwell, and the charge to the first turn. It will be Patty's Class who comes away with the lead from Motherwell, who moves to be second. Dixie Princess and Classic Act are next. Followed fifth by Helen Hayes, then the big favorite Cocktail Skirt as Dixie Princess slams on the brakes. Moving at the inside is Trilby ahead of Perspective Moment, and at the back, while 3 wide, is Princess Zoe. Around the first turn and now heading into the backstretch run. And up for the lead, it's Motherwell through a 24-second opening quarter time. Patty's Class won't let her get far and races from second. Back to third is Classic Act. Up on the outside, Helen Hayes is now fourth. Dixie Princess shuffled to be fifth, 2 better than Perspective Moment, who's to the outside of the big favorite Cocktail Skirt, who's now third last. Second last is Princess Zoe, and Trilby's at the back. They make their way to the half-mile point, and up front, these top two doing each other no favors. Motherwell on the outside, Patty's Class toward the inside, and 47-2 for a half mile. They picked it up in that second quarter. Third is Classic Act as Dixie Princess moves up toward the inside. Helen Hayes is 3 wide. Cocktail Skirt ready to go when Ortiz wants her to. She'll need to find some place to work to unseated the rider. Classic Act has unseated the rider here. Meanwhile, Cocktail Skirt gets a perfect seam through on the inside to take the lead as Dixie Princess tries to go with her. These two putting on a pretty good show as Trilby's run home for third. 1/8 of a mile left. The leader is Cocktail Skirt. She's 4-5, and she's too good. Irad Ortiz Jr. with an Eclipse Award ride on Cocktail Skirt, who's a 2-length winner. Dixie Princess second, Trilby third.
Tough run around the far turn in today's first race. The win goes to the favorite Cocktail Skirt, which all things considered was a very nice ride from Irad Ortiz Jr. Gets the job done for Jane Sibeli and George Vyers. The original runner-up 7, Dixie Princess, was guilty of interference around the far turn, which caused that far turn incident. Disqualified from second and placed last. So 4 moves to second, Trilby. 6 moves to third, Helen Hayes. To the second race and the start of the early pick 4, 5.5 furlongs the journey. Claimers in for $6,250. Pedro Monterrey Jr. rides number 2, Wild Mongolia. Heavily favored number 1, Be a Hero.
And they're off. Clean start for Be a Hero from down toward the inside. He's being ridden for the lead. Off duty is going to move to challenge, and Wild Mongolia comes away in third. Pachanga Party is out sprinted today. He's fourth. 3 better than Forest Gator, then Bocati, and at the back is who cares? They make their way to the half-mile point, and with the advantage, it's Be a Hero, but only narrowly. Off-duty, pouring on the speed, and these two go quickly. They've opened 3 on Pachanga Party, who's clearly third. 4 ahead of Wild Mongolia, then Bocati 3 wide with Forest Gator between horses, and still far back to who cares? They make their way past the 5/16 and run to the top of the stretch. Isaac Castillo and Be a Hero held together up front with a length advantage now over off-duty second. Pachanga Party going to try to rally with an inside lane from off the speed today. Third, 5 ahead of Bocati as they run for home. Less than a quarter of a mile to go. Be a Hero drifts to the center of the course, but that's his MO, and he maintains a clear lead. Second is Pachanga Party with off-duty on the outside. Here's a late run from who cares? Final 16th of a mile, it's Be a Hero well clear. All aboard, Be a Hero, it's easy money. And he won by 6. Second is Pachanga Party, third is Off Duty, and fourth is, who cares? 1:03.1, the running time.
Number 1, Be a Hero, was actually dropping in class today. It's a big distinction between open claimers and time-restricted variety. Gets the time-restricted claiming price today and gets an easy win as a popular favorite under Isaac Castillo for Jorge Navarro and Flying P Stable. It was 6, Pachanga Party second, ahead of the 3, Off Duty, who ran third. Finishing fourth, who cares? And we'll be right back.
The best chance for success begins with a solid foundation. At Hardacre Farm, early personal one-on-one care starts the journey to becoming a champion. Bred to leading stallions, our mares represent the highest standards. Hardacre Farm's signature in the breeding industry. Based in Ocala, Florida, breeder and owner Amy Tarrant has inspired excellence throughout her entire career. In your quest for success, Start with Hardacre Farm, breeding the champions of tomorrow.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon at 6.5 furlongs. Maiden claimers in for $12,500. These are 3-year-old fillies. Big scratch here of 2, Vicky Apple. Rider change on 5, Miss Hart to Robbie Alvarado. Favorites were 3, WW Cougar, and 6, Glorious Mystery.
And they're off. Glorious Mystery from the outside, the first to break the line. We're moving to be second is JP's Rose. WW Cougar down inside takes over third, while in very tight. Up on the outside and Miss Hart, and the trailer is all about hay. They speed to the half-mile point, and with the advantage, it's Glorious Mystery. Up on the inside, and WW Cougar headstrong while trying to secure some racing room. JP's Rose is on her outside. Miss Hart is back to fourth, and fifth and last is All About Hay. Opening quarter cozy, 23-2, with a half a mile still to run. They swing to the far turn. The advantage belongs to Glorious Mystery. JP's Rose turning up the pressure second. Third, while a length and a half off the lead, is WW Cougar. Miss Hart is a driven fourth. All About Hay is fifth and last as they round the far turn. Glorious Mystery has had everything her own way and leads the way by a length and a quarter. WW Cougar is going to take her shot momentarily with JP's Rose back to third. Then All About Hay with a quarter of a mile left to go. The advantage to Glorious Mystery through a 46 4 half mile. WW Cougar drifts to the center while trying to hold on to second with All About Hay up the inside and an eighth of a mile left to go. The advantage to Glorious Mystery. She's kicked clear. The battle's for second. All About Hay tries to get WW Cougar, but they come to the wire. It's a Glorious Mystery in front. All About Hay's going to outrun WW Cougar for second, then JP's Rose in 118 flat.
Number 6, Glorious Mystery, was pretty much a winner going around the far turn, as WW Cougar never traveled very well into the race. Glorious Mystery humbles the competition under Irad Ortiz Jr. for Enrique Arroyo Jr. and Antonio Sano. Second, number 1, All About Hay, and third was number 3, WW Cougar. To the fourth race now at 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $25,000. These were 3-year-olds. Rider change on 1, Mont, closing as the favorite. Number 3, Math Wizard.
And they're off. Bounced around at the beginning and shuffled to last was CS Goya. Good start in the center for R Pride, who heads off for the early lead. Tackled quickly by Dobby Has No Master. And these two go 1-2 from Bradshaw away in third. From between horses, that's Math Wizard now moving closer. They're 4 across the course as CS Goya moves into the top flight. It's a gap of 2.5 to Tactical Quality, and at the inside, Mont, as the field completes the opening quarter. Math Wizard takes all the late play here under Jose Ortiz and has the lead through a 24-second opening quarter. Dobby Has No Master is second. Bradshaw's third. CS Goya on the outside fourth. 3 back to Mont, who races from fifth, improving inside of R Pride, who broke with the leaders but is now second last, and it's 4 to Tactical Quality. They make their way to the half-mile point, and up front, Math Wizard has a comfortable lead. It's 2.5. Dobby Has No Master working harder to get closer second. CS Goya on the outside third. Mont is fourth. There's just nothing percolating right now from the back of the field as they round the far turn. Math Wizard threatens to turn this into a blowout. He's at the 5/16, 5 on top. CS Goya is there second. The rest of the field left in their wake as R Pride tries to get a slice. Nothing today from Tactical Quality, although he is on track now, but he's better than 15 off the lead of Math Wizard. You're going to need to be a Math Wizard to figure out how much he's going to win by. Math Wizard is in front by at least 10. Second is CS Goya, and Tactical Quality third. 9-5 in the definition of easy money as Math Wizard clobbers them. Second is CS Goya, and Tactical Quality third.
Certainly an anticlimactic stretch run to today's fourth race as number 3, Math Wizard, had it all locked up halfway around the far turn. Jose Ortiz just pointed him in the right direction and posed for the picture. Windy Leaf Farms, the owners of this son of algorithms, for trainer Paul Copage. Second, number 4, C, Escoya, and third was number 2, Tactical Quality. We move to the fifth race of the day, a starter allowance optional claiming event, 6 furlongs of the journey. These are fillies and mares. Albin Jimenez rides number 7, Royal Asher, scratch 1, 2, and 3. Favorite was the 4, Silly Factor.
And they're off. They broke as a line. Here's Silly Factor and Camacho wasting no time putting her into the race, but he's not hustling her for speed. Meanwhile, Nikki Bella is being hustled for speed, but not as hard as Radiant Rhythm. Ridden hard there by Jose Ortiz. Up on the outside in Royal Asher, Camacho rides the favorite quietly early as Silly Factor is now last of the four. She'll angle to the outside. Past the half-mile point they go, and Radiant Rhythm intent on getting to the front, and she's there now. She leads the way by a length. Nikki Bella is second, Royal Asher's on the outside, and Silly Factor will have to negotiate some traffic. She's down at the inside and starting her bid as Nikki Bella tries to keep her pinned in. They run to the 5/16. It's Radiant Rhythm in front. She's wanting to get out of touch. Ortiz trying to keep her focused and keep her mind on the lead with Royal Asher working hard. Here's Silly Factor. She's going to have room in about 2 jumps, and now she's into the clear and coming after the leader after a 46-second half mile off the turn. In the stretch drive, Radiant Rhythm has to deal with the sharp horse Silly Factor on the outside. Silly Factor on the outside. Radiant Rhythm's got more. She's fighting on toward the inside. Silly Factor, Radiant Rhythm. Radiant Rhythm, dead game. Here's the line, Radiant Rhythm. She turned her away. Radiant Rhythm worked hard every step of the journey, but got the victory in 1:10.4.
Jose Ortiz is certainly regarded as one of the best in the business. If you want proof as to how he gets that reputation, simply watch race number 5 today, as Radiant Rhythm was ridden to perfection here today by Jose, put into the race around the far turn, kept her mind to business while trying to get out on that far turn run, and then pinned her ears and turned away Silly Factor for the score. Joseph Besecker, the winning owner, Jorge Navarro, the winning conditioner. Again, Jose Ortiz on board for the winning ride.
And Gulfstream is pulling away. Gulfstream blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Gulfstream kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 on the program, the start of today's Rainbow Six. 1 mile over the turf, allowance optional claiming horses of the Florida bred variety. Scratch number 9, Chiseled. Favorites were 1, Super Scat Daddy, and 8, Expected Ruler.
And they're off. Trumpy was away well on the far outside. There goes Expected Ruler, and moving at the rails, Super Scat Daddy won't be far away. So the two favorites get acquainted as they pass the wire the first time. Super Scat Daddy taken in hand, and an Expected Ruler's on his outside. They're going pretty quick. They've opened 3 on Trumpy, who's racing by himself in third. Blue Loot de Grey is on the outside fourth from Beneficiary. Then back to Blasphemy. The 2 at the back are Bostelito and Famous Fact. Around the first turn they go. Expected Ruler is keyed up. He went 22-4 for the opening quarter speed. Paco trying to get him to slow it down a bit. He's in front now by 5. The big favorite, Super Scat Daddy, is racing from second on the outside and Trumpy third. Beneficiary is at the inside fourth, followed fifth by Blue Loot. To his inside goes Blasphemy, a length and a half in front of Famous Fact. And the trailer is Bostelito. They go to the half-mile point. Expected Ruler letting it all hang loose through a 47 1/2 mile. He still leads by 4.5 lengths. Super Scat Daddy, the nearest pursuer, second. Blue Loot on the outside, a joint third. Trumpy is now on heels and now checked back. Blasphemy is from between horses. At the inside and Beneficiary ahead of Famous Fact and Bostelito as they round the far turn. The leader is Expected Ruler on the outside. Here's Super Scat Daddy launching his bid from second. Blue Loot on the far outside is third. Blasphemy is back to fourth, and they're at the top of the stretch. Paco Lopez and the leader Expected Ruler by a length and a quarter. Super Scat Daddy to the attack now second. Blue Loot on the outside is now third. Final eighth of a mile. Super Scat Daddy starts to reel in Expected Ruler. Expected Ruler tries to fight him off, and as they come to the wire, Super Scat Daddy's in time. Jose Ortiz for a natural hat trick, and Super Scat Daddy beat Expected Ruler with Blue Loot third.
3 in a row for jockey Jose Ortiz as the favorite gets the job done. Number 1, Super Scat Daddy, wears down a stubborn foe and Expected Ruler for the money. Under jockey Jose Ortiz for 3 in a row, Mark Cassie, the winning conditioner. Live Oak Plantation owned the son of Scat Daddy. It was 8, Expected Ruler, who ran a very good race after being awfully keen early. He was second ahead of the 7, Blue Loot, who completes a formful try. We move now to the 7th race of the afternoon, the start of the late pick 5, 1 mile over the main track, allowance optional claiming him at 4th 3-year-old fillies. A field of 7, favorites were 3, Queen of Bees, and 6, Graceful Princess.
And they're off. Good start from the center for Perspire. Down at the inside, Music Major is showing speed with Papa's Girl not far away. Up on the outside, Graceful Princess now finds her feet to challenge as they run out of the chute. With the advantage, it's Papa's Girl, but only narrowly. On the far outside in Graceful Princess from between horses, Perspire. 2.5 back to Music Major. Then out in the center of the course is Queen of Bees. She's in the clear fourth under jockey Jose Ortiz. 3 better than Western Curl. And the trailer is Heels. 23 and 4 for the opening quarter speed. There's 5 furlongs left to race. Perspire has the lead by a neck. Tap the inside and to Papa's Girl now. Second up on the outside, it's Graceful Princess. She's had a perfect setup early. She's racing in third. Back to fourth is Music Major ahead of Queen of Bees, who follows the footsteps of Graceful Princess. At the inside and Heels, and Western Curl is last. 46 and 4 for the opening half mile. Around the far turn they go. Nobody's moving serious as far as the favorites go. 3 wide and Graceful Princess, 4 wide Queen of Bees as Papa's Girl fights to hold it. Driven second is Perspire, 4 wide and Queen of Bees. That sends Gaffleone into action on Graceful Princess from the back. Western Curl's had some pace to chase with a 1/4 mile left to go. It's Graceful Princess tackled by Queen of Bees on the outside. 3/4, 1:11 and 4, and they're at the top of the stretch. Queen of Bees has come away with the lead. Graceful Princess is back to second, well clear of Western Curl third. Less than an eighth to go, and Queen of Bees, proving her maiden win was no fluke, as she has the lead and she has the win. 4 in a row for Jose Ortiz. Queen of Bees by 2.5. Graceful Princess second. Western Curl was third. Close for fourth, involving Papa's Girl or Perspire in 1:36 and 2.
The top 3 finishers in today's 7th race will make at least some noise in the run toward the Kentucky Oaks, as they're all quality race fillies. As number 3, Queen of Bees, proves her last was no fluke. She gets the job done, giving Jose Ortiz 4 in a row. Jorge Abreu, the winning trainer of this son and daughter of Flatter for Kingsport Farm. We move now to the 8th race of the afternoon, the start of the late pick 4. It's on the turf at 1 mile. Claimers in for a price tag of $50,000. Scratch number 9, Shackleford County. A field of 8 off-time favorites included 2, Pound Note, and 7, Bella's Game.
And they're off. Pound Note away well from between horses. Rubelite moves to challenge, and Rubelite's going to take the lead as they pass the wire the first time. Pound Note is second as they line up from between horses. It's Bella's Game. Moonlight Rain on the far outside getting over as Classic Ladies in the 2-path. Racing out 3 wide as Anne Dupree as Saranda's now second, and out the back door, Janet B does it all. Around the first turn they go at a big price. It's Rubelite and Chris Landeros in front by a length and a quarter. Saranda is second, Pound Note is third, and Dupree on the outside fourth. From between horses, that's Classic Lady at the inside and Moonlight Rain. She moves to the rail under Paco Lopez from that high draw, and the trailers are Bella's Game and Janet B does it all. 23 seconds for a quarter speed. Down the backstretch they continue. Advantage belongs to Rubelite by a length. Saranda the nearest pursuer second, and Dupree is on the outside and a joint third as Pound Note is next. Moonlight Rain is going to try to get through on the rail. Can't be much room there, and she'll have to tap on the brakes. Then from between horses, it's Classic Lady. Second last is Bella's Game, while confidently handled early, and Janet B does it all as last. Around the far turn they go. They went 48 seconds for a half mile. Rubelite still has the lead by a length and a half. Then second is Saranda. Coming around horses is Bella's Game. From between horses, Classic Lady needs some place to go. From the back, Janet B does it all is unleashed after 3/4. In 1:12 and 4, they're at the top of the stretch. It's Rubelite who's under siege. Here comes Bella's Game on the outside of her. From the center, and Janet B does it all. Final eighth of a mile. Bella's Game strides forward to take the lead. Janet B does it all is up into second. Rubelite tries to hold on for third. Bella's Game and Irad Ortiz Jr. to win it, and win it easy. Second, Janet B does it all. Closer for third. Pound Note photos with Rubelite and Moonlight Rain in 1:37 and 1.
Oftentimes, it's not about where they are on the racetrack, but how they're traveling doing it. And if you notice, number 7, Bella's Game, was very comfortable while in range going into the far turn. She was put into play by Irad Ortiz Jr. and ran down the leaders to get the victory. For trainer Pat Reynolds and owners Lawrence Apple and Christopher Connors. We move to the 9th race of the afternoon, 5 furlongs on turf. 3-year-old fillies of the allowance variety. Rider change on 1, Beechwood Ella to Julian Leparoux. Rider change on 6, Charmaine's Mia to Luis Saez. 8 to the gate. This was a wide open betting race.
They're off. Caspian Jewel and Miss Aramet, the first two to break the line. Far outside Lady Magica, Starship Nala comes away in the top flight with I'll Make You Smile. Two back to Beechwood Ella, then from between horses Malibu Dawn and Charmaine's Mia's last of all. They speed past the half-mile point and kick to the far turn. With inside position and the lead, it's Miss Aramet up on the outside. Lady Magica right alongside there. Second, Starship Nala's back to third. Caspian Jewel needs a way through under Irad Ortiz Jr. Starship Nala between horses. Charmaine's Mia's three wide. Then I'll Make You Smile at the inside and Malibu Dawn. Beechwood Ella is still last as they run to the top of the stretch. Less than a quarter of a mile to go. Miss Aramet has a duel with Lady Magica. Caspian Jewel wants out over the top and coming on now. Charmaine's Mia, eighth of a mile to go. With the advantage, it's still Miss Aramet. Lady Magica takes another run down the center. Beechwood Ella is motoring, and Beechwood Ella and Leparoux go from way back to first to win. Lady Magica was second, Miss Aramet third, then Caspian Jewel in 56 and 4.
From last to first to win, it's one Beechwood Ella who comes from way out of it, closing down the center of the course under a well-judged ride from Julian Leparoux. Bet down from 10-1. Beechwood Ella sent off at 5-2 for Patrick Biancone and DP Racing and Linda Shanahan. 8, Lady Magica fought a good fight while second, ahead of the 3, Miss Aramet, who ran third. Time for a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
Back now for race number 10 on the program. First half of the late daily double, 1 mile over the turf. Claimers which have not won 2 in for $50,000. A field of 9 signed on. This was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. Out wide, Grand Journey begins well. Here's Unoffensive moving up with Max Q between horses. Down at the inside goes Cash Dividend trying to save inside position. Eagle Dance in that flight of runners, and so is Cabinet Pick. Then back to Carlos Sixes on the comeback try, third last early. Then at the inside, Stock Trade is second last, and Victor Lounge is last of all as they chase the speed of Unoffensive. Luis Saez and Unoffensive lead the way 3 parts of length. Max Q is second. Cash Dividend at the inside, a joint third alongside Cabinet Pick from fourth. Grand Journey is 3 wide while fifth, 3 clear of Eagle Dance. That's a length and a half to Stock Trade and Carlos Sixes, and the trailer is Victor Lounge. 23 seconds for a pretty aggressive opening quarter speed as long shot Max Q giving no breathers to Unoffensive. They're in lockstep up front. Another long shot, Cash Dividend gets a good run of it, third behind the speed, and Cabinet Pick is out 3 wide. Then Grand Journey. Already getting encouragement there as Eagle Dance, not really responding, was Carlos Sixes on his outside. 2 back to an unhurried Stock Trade, and Victor Lounge last of all as they begin to sprint. Around the far turn they go, less than 3 furlongs to run. It's Unoffensive who holds a narrow lead, Cabinet Pick 3 wide, Max Q between. 2.5 lengths back to Grand Journey with Carlos Sixes. Stock Trade tries to find some place to work, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4, 112 and 1. Unoffensive still there. Unoffensive wheels for home on top. Grand Journey to the attack now, and he starts to put his best foot forward late in the game. Down the center in Carlos Sixes. Unoffensive trying to get home. Grand Journey trying to peg him on the money. Unoffensive, Grand Journey. Here's the line. Unoffensive won it. Grand Journey second. Victor Lounge third. Carlos Sixes fourth. Then Cabinet Pick in 136 and 4.
Number 4, Unoffensive, crosses the wire first, but ironically enough was an offender in today's 10th race. The offense came at the expense of number 9, Grand Journey, who gets moved up to first as number 4 drifted into the path of that horse inside that final 16th. So Tyler Gaffleone gets the victory. Ralph Nix, the winning trainer for Whisper Hill Farm. 4, Unoffensive, placed second. 2, Victor Lounge, too little too late. He ran home for third. To the 11th and final race at 5 furlongs on turf. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 1 and 8. Tyler Gaffleone rides number 6, Cantharos' Image. A field of 10. Favorites included 2, Modern Tale, and 7, Moonwalker.
Away. Broken a straight line. Toward the inside, Sleeping Giant gets the first call and fires to the top. Kentharos' Image looking for some forward position. Resourceful's on the outside. Hardened is shuffled back. At the rail, Modern Tale is away third last. Little Baltar and Versed at the back as Sleeping Giant is up front. To the far turn they race. Sleeping Giant in front 3/4 of a length. Kentharos' Image now races from second. 3 wide. Caldwell goes on the attack and goes on it right now. These 3 across the course. Back to the outside and Henny Hefner. Now Moonwalker's getting a good run through with Hardened at the inside. Modern Tale starts to pick up his feet ahead of Resourceful as they run to the top of the stretch. 21-2 for the opening quarter speed. 3 wide. Caldwell puts a neck on top. Sleeping Giant tries to fight on toward the inside from between horses. Kentharos' Image and Hardened is down the center here. Final 1/8 of a mile with the advantage at Sleeping Giant. Hardened over the top now and charging hard with Kentharos' Image. Little Baltar's on late. Here's the line. Hardened won it. Harden and Jose Bautista on the board at 22-1.
Number 5, Harden, springs the upset at better than 20-1, giving trainer Antonio Sano his second winner of the day. Jose Bautista doesn't get many opportunities, but he certainly makes the best of what he does get, and he's always been very good on the turf. He was the winning rider for Magic Stables and Secure Investments. Second, number 3, Sleeping Giant, who fought on every step of the journey but had to settle for second. Rainbow Six got hit multiple times, close to $10,000 on a 20-cent wager. That means we'll have a carryover going forward to tomorrow. In addition to the High Five carryover of more than $6,000, the Rainbow Six carryover close to $1 million.
And that wraps up today. We'll see you back here tomorrow on Friday. 11 more races, 12 noon post. And don't forget about Beat the Expert, because I'm up.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.